What's going on, guys? We are live. This is the Edge DFS. My name is Tyson Smith, joined by Ellie Hernandez. Thank you for joining us, guys. We've got the Pistons versus the Lakers, a G League team versus last year's champions. Ellie, are you excited about this game? Because if you are, you might be the only person in the world.
Now I can't say the joke that I say, hey, I'm excited for this game, but I don't think anybody's really here for our jokes anyways. We're not the funniest guys in the world. Look, man, this is going to be a shitty game. Good thing there's UFC on tonight, so as soon as we're done with this, I'm just going to go back to watching that.
That's right. I forgot it was Saturday night. Interesting.
Yeah,
you got any UFC lineups going tonight?
No, I don't, man. I had too much going on today, but it's still fun to watch. I got some parlays, though.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, guys. Obviously, we are giving away the Booker Cool Cats tonight. We're going to randomly spin the wheel of names. We'll get to that a little bit later, so stick with us. Ellie, let's just get right into the breakdown here, right? Not breakdown, but let's go to the bird's eye view and check out. This is a League of Legends match here. The Lakers minus 1.534 on the money line. They're 14-point home favorites. Oh, boy. Detroit is implied total of 100 points. Just talk to me, man. I don't know what to do. DFS-wise, how do we play tonight? How do we do a showdown slate with a team that could be losing by double digits the entire game?
Well, you know what's funny is Draftkings Sportsbook has an actual a bigger line there. They're minus 1667. Favorites.
Yeah, JJ. Yep, it's going to be a blowout.
Well, you guys got the special analysis from our backup guy JJ tonight. That's essentially what we were going to say. Welcome to the show. Thank you for stopping by.
Guys. See you guys next time.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's pretty much what you got to build for. I think there's going to be tight minutes across the board for these backup rotations, just because there's so many weird fucking people out on the Pistons. So, you could end up with some decent value plays on a slate where I don't know if you necessarily need it. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, everyone in their fucking mom is going to have LeBron at captain. So, it's going to be a little bit interesting trying to get different tonight, I think.
Look, what advice would you give, tournament players tonight? Like you can get crazy as fuck tonight, can't you? I mean, because look, some of these guys that are projected for a low amount of minutes, like less than 10 maybe, those are kind of guys that actually absolutely can come in at the end of the game against number 2s and number 3s on the Lakers and get you some good value. So are you planning for blowouts, or are you just using the best projected players and just going down that route? How do you handle this tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily project a blowout and build my entire lineup that way. Even if that does happen, I still think you have to have a certain core of the starters, right? The blowout became a blowout somehow. So I think you're still going to need to get guys like LeBron and AD, right? And, one or two of the starters. But the bench players are going to be really important to this. I mean, you got a guy like Svi Michaela, whatever his name is, right? I'm sorry for butchering that. No disrespect, but sorry, Svi, don't hurt me. Like he's going to get 15 plus minutes at $1,000, right? And I don't think people are going to play him because you don't need him. And I don't know, man. I think you need to keep your eye on that. The other night, I don't think you needed to pay for JTA, but he ended up being in some pretty decent lineups. I think this is one of those situations where you can play some of these value guys because it's going to blow the fuck up.
I mean, one good thing about this slate is we do have Rodney Magruder playing, right?
Rodney. It's good for our sound bites. I don't know if it's good for the game of basketball, though.
Exactly. You're right. All right. Anything else to talk about here besides the fact that this is fucking insane?
No, this is disrespectful. Like, this is a disrespectful type of Vegas line. Like, if I was Detroit, I'd be like, come on, man. And I'd try and play a little bit harder. Just full disclosure. Like, I mean, what the fuck? I've never seen an NBA line like this.
No, I haven't either, man. This is nuts. And it got worse. We're getting
probably going to continue to get worse.
Yeah.
Like, Josh Jackson's your best player right now. Like, one of your best players.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking scary. Like,
all right, let's get to injuries because there's some good stuff to talk about here.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh.
So Blake Griffin's on a back-to-back. he has to play at this point. I mean, he was questionable earlier in the day. Now he's probable, but he will play. I don't even think he's actually officially on the injury report anymore. Wayne Ellington is doubtful. So I'm sure we'll get news about that. He probably won't play. Derrick Rose was ruled out for personal reasons. Don't know what that means. That was within the last hour sort of thing. So, and look, Anthony Davis was questionable, and he was actually downgraded from probable to questionable earlier in the day. We saw that yesterday with PG-13, and I thought for sure that Anthony Davis was going to be out tonight. Like, why the hell would he play? So that brings up another interesting point that we'll talk about later. Like, is there a minutes limit on him? Like, what's going on with him? Why would they put him out there? There's no reason for him to put him out there for 30 plus minutes. Anyways, with Anthony Davis in, it just makes it even harder. It would have been a little bit juicier to have, some of these guys on the Lakers to talk about, as opposed to just everyone, in the G League from the Pistons. So look, with Ellington out, with D Rose out, what does that do? What are your thoughts? How do you adjust?
Yeah, well, let's start with the Lakers. I mean, I think this is important news. AD playing. I didn't know about the trade rumors. That's crazy.
Okay. Maybe that's what it is, man. That's Jordan. Good shit. I didn't know.
Right, I mean, who the fuck's trading for him though? Like, you're gonna get 24 minutes, 24 minutes a game. Yeah, the Lakers.
Just switch uniforms right quick.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty fucking interesting. I wonder how that they got to clear. I mean, technically they cleared COVID protocols, right? Like, they're playing, so I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, if Anthony Davis plays, like, I think he's still going to be kind of like semi-restricted. I'm not too happy about that move from probable to questionable, like, in the morning, right? So I definitely think I think this is actually beneficial to us. I was high on LeBron James for this game for obvious fucking reasons, but I think this might take a little bit of ownership away from LeBron James. And now that doesn't mean I think he's going to be under 40% owned at captain, but I think this just means he's not going to be like 70% at captain. So I don't know, man. Personally, I'm not going to. I don't like fading guys on Showdown in basketball, but this might be a night where he's probably not going to get into too many of my lineups, just because I think that they're going to tighten up the minutes. I mean, why are you going to play a guy who's literally questionable every single day against a team you're pretty much you're getting spotted like 12 points just by playing this game? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not worth losing him.
It seems like tonight is going to be the night where one of these guys shits the bed. LeBron or Anthony Davis. I could be wrong about that, but usually when I pick, when there's a smash spot for either of these guys, the other guy goes off. Mm-hmm. So when I was building earlier, I was planning on Anthony Davis being out. I was like, you know what? Even if he is in, what if I just faded him? I couldn't do it. I think I'm slightly under on Anthony Davis, and one way to be unique tonight is go heavy LeBron and then just sort of fade Anthony Davis and maybe go with some other guys from the Lakers. We'll get into other options there, but that's just an interesting roster construction thing to think about. Also, like, just go deep on the bench for Pistons in tournaments, because anything can happen tonight. And we'll talk about, Bay is getting the start most likely. Svi and maybe a couple extra Magruder minutes. Not that you would want to play him, but I think this is Showdown too. Remember, so anybody is in play. I know that with basketball, it's all about minutes, but we just don't know where those minutes are going to go tonight specifically. So let's look at the starters. These are projected starters. Who knows? This could change again. And chat, keep us honest. If you see any updates, let us know. So we've got Delon Wright, Saddiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, Blake Griffin, and Mason Plumlee. No, that is an actual NBA roster. Dennis Schroeder, I think that's how you say it. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Marc Gasol. So look, let's talk about the Pistons. Jeremy Grant is clearly the best option on this team, and I don't see, unless he doesn't get 30 minutes for some reason, I don't see a way that this guy doesn't hit his value and hit his GPP number here. What do you think about Jeremy Grant, and what are some guys off the bench that you'd be interested in with Derrick Rose not being available?
So first thing I want to call out is you got Dennis Schroeder's name right, but you missed on DeLon Wright. It's DeLon Wright.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I like, I think Jeremy Grant's probably the best play for Detroit. With that said, I don't know if you can completely rule out Blake Griffin. I mean, him and LeBron have both been in the league for 46 years, so maybe this is like that old guy duel, you know? So we could see something like that. He could get fired up to play LeBron. That's another thing to keep in mind too. Like, not that I want to talk down the fucking blowout narrative, because that's super likely, but the best teams in the NBA get prepared. I mean, you prepare differently for the best team in the NBA or in any sport. So you could see a bunch of like Detroit Pistons players who rising to the occasion, right? So I don't think you really want to necessarily rule out some of these guys. One of these guys could easily blow up. But I think it's Jeremy Grant and then DeLon Wright and Mason Plumlee for me. Those are kind of like tied at 2. And then I'll have a little bit of exposure to Bay and Griffin. I don't hate them. But off the bench, I like Josh Jackson. Derrick Rose being out means he's going to get some more of those minutes. That would have likely gone to Derrick Rose. And then I think you can kind of dig deep to guys like Svi Mikhailiuk. And if you want to play Rodney Magruder, I think that's fine. I just think he's priced up a little bit for what's probably going to be 9 points if he's on fire from 3. So
yeah. Bro, I actively had to limit Svi. Like, if I didn't limit him, he was in like 90% of my lineups, and I did not want to do that at all.
But it's hard not to, because you're going to automatically, you got the median projection for AD, you got the median projection for LeBron and Jeremy Grant. Yeah. And those are going to be so much higher than pretty much the rest of the slate. So it's going to immediately try and put in Svi. So that's something to keep in mind too. If he's popping in the opto, then he might be a little bit more chalky than we anticipate. But if we're fading AD, then it may not fucking matter.
So some things that jump out with Rose out. Looks like Jeremy Grant's at 27% usage. Joshua Jackson is at 25% usage. I think it's just hard to tell because there's so many injuries with these guys. There's not enough floor time. There's not enough minutes to actually, figure out where the usage goes. But I think it's pretty obvious that Grant and Jackson are probably the guys that benefit the most. Go ahead, bro.
No, don't, like we didn't really talk about Wayne Ellington. I never expect like fantasy performance from Wayne Ellington necessarily, but that's good. 24 minutes. It's also going to be spread around these random fucking shooting guards. So that could be a few more minutes boost to V and Josh Jackson. So it's just something to keep in mind.
All right, let's get to the breakdown here.
Cool.
All right, so let's pull up the Excel sheet here. This is going to be interesting. This is one of the most interesting showdown slates we've done for NBA because it's so up in the air, some of these Detroit guys. So look, we got LeBron at 12.6K, Anthony Davis at 11.8K. Talk to me about your strategy here. Do you have to rotate either of them out at captain, and do you have to play either one of them in the flex?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think for safer lineups, you're going to be hard pressed to fade both these guys. Personally, I'm kind of taking a stand to be different here. I really think that Anthony Davis just doesn't need to play 28, 27 minutes, and sure, he can crush any time he's on the court. Doesn't matter how many minutes he gets, but this isn't a time that you want to play your best athletes. I think if LeBron and the ones kind of get ahead, because they do this weird rotation where Anthony Davis comes out first and then LeBron leads the offense by himself, right? So if they start jumping to a lead there, you might see those rotations of fucking AD on the bench last just a little bit longer. Those minutes are going to cut into his performance. So that's really what I'm projecting for tonight. And it's the only way you're going to be able to get different with LeBron James at captain. So that's really my stance with the top two. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. So this is just something that I think is an easy way to get different. This is obviously risky. AD is one of the best fucking players in the NBA, right? So let's be very clear about that. I'm not saying AD sucks, but this might be the way to go.
Sorry, I've been saying your name wrong for probably a couple of episodes here. But Say is talking about THT.
Yep.
I think a good option, right, Ellie? At 4K?
Well, I mean, I have to like him if I think AD is going to kind of dog tonight. You know what I mean? I think that gives Kuzma and THT a massive boost. And the way THT's been playing, I think the Lakers and what's his name? Frank fucking Vogel Like, I think they're going to try and get him into the rotation. This is a great spot too, because now he gets to play. He can go out and be the primary guy while he's running with the twos against a shitty fucking squad. So this is a good time to build confidence in your young guy. So I like THT tonight.
All right, so let's just talk about some of these guys like Grant, Wright, Plumlee. What are you gonna do? Some 4-2 Detroits tonight, simply because of value. And at a certain point, are you just playing LeBron and AD together? How are you handling your stacks and your roster construction?
I mean, honestly, I'm looking more LeBron and THT for GPP builds, and then I am probably going to go either one more Laker or four Pistons. I think you can kind of just go Grant, Plumlee, and then probably Josh Jackson, and then dip down deep into like Svi Mikhailiuk. So those are kind of the constructions that I'll be looking at today. The amount of usage that's there is just pretty helpful. You know what I mean? Or not usage, but the minutes that these guys are going to get, it usually is going to it's going to translate into fantasy production.
So Delon or Delon? DeLon, Jesus H. DeLon Wright, looking around 31 projected minutes. He's coming in at 0.93 fantasy points per minute. His usage is not very impressive, but now that he's in the starting lineup, I mean, you look at this little standard deviation number here. It's not, telling everything we want to see, but I think it's kind of obvious that his ceiling's pretty high. His floor is relatively low. Delon Wright, are you liking him across the board, or is this sort of a tournament play only?
I like him across the board. I think he's definitely viable in cash now, with kind of the way that this injury news panned out. Derrick Rose is a pretty, I can't get it off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure he's a high usage guy with decent fantasy points per minute. So that's got to be spread out. And I do think Josh Jackson is going to be the primary recipient of that. But I can absolutely see DeLon Wright having a good night. He's one of those players, right? He's got the high standard deviation, the high variance, because he can come out hot at shooting, assists, and boards, right? He can go get triple doubles. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. I like DeLon Wright tonight.
So stick around, guys. A couple more minutes. We're going to do the giveaway here in a few minutes, maybe 10 at the most, I would say. So just stick with us for a couple more minutes. All right. So look. So Grant, Wright, Plumlee. Who's your favorite here? And what about Blake Griffin at 6,200?
Grant, Wright, Plumlee in that order, and then some Blake Griffin. Like, that's literally how I'm ranking them. Grant's the best player. DeLon Wright has really high ceiling. Plumlee could easily get 10 boards and 15 points. Blake Griffin, same thing. He can get hot, and he has the 3-point upside. I don't know. He's a little old for me, man.
Yeah, I feel you. Blake on a back-to-back. It really scares me with him, but there's no one else that can touch the fucking ball. Maybe this is his opportunity. He's back in LA. Maybe he wants to prove something. Who knows? You're looking at narratives. So Montrezl Harrell at 6,600 is interesting. He's the kind of guy that in a game like this can absolutely have a ceiling performance where he gets an extra couple minutes. He's typically coming off the bench, but maybe he gets closer to 30 minutes in this game. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man, I think it's possible. I'm honestly not too high on him simply because I think this is a pretty average matchup for him. I'm not saying like Plumlee and Jeremy Grant are great defensively, honestly, because I don't fucking watch Detroit Pistons basketball.
No. And if you do, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's boring. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, but I do know Plumlee he does have a foul trouble risk. So he could just be out there throwing bows and making it hard for fucking Montrezl Harrell to get ahead. And again, I just don't think you're going to have much minutes upside on any of the Lakers other than the random fucking young guys, just because of the potential blowout opportunity here.
Absolutely. So, Ellie, anybody else you want to talk about here? Like Sadiq Bey, 2,600, coming in around 24 projected minutes and possibly higher now if there's been any updates lately. Do we have official starting lineups yet? Is he in the starting lineup?
I'll check right now.
Of course. They'll come out with the starting lineups when we do tip-off. That's how they roll during COVID. So at 2,600, how can you avoid Bey? I know that his fantasy points per minute is pretty low at 0.77. His minutes per game is lower, so he's getting a boost in minutes. Maybe he can see a little bit more usage. But the standard deviation there at 10.64, it kind of just points out the fact that he's kind of all over the place. We don't really know where to pin him down at. At 2,600, though, that's the kind of guy that you want to play. Can you get a ton of Bay, or are you just going to kind of be cautious with him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a little bit of Bay. I mean, he's going to work his way into lineups just based on his pricing. But if I can, I think I'm comfortable dropping down to Svi Mikhailiuk. I think he gets a little bit of opportunity here. And Saddiq Bey is in one of those weird positions. He's at the small forward / power forward eligibility, but he plays the 3. And most of the if he's starting, he's going to be surrounded by Jeremy Grant and Plumlee. And then you have DeLon Wright and whoever the other fucking person in their lineup is, right? So I just don't see that he's going to have opportunities to shoot very much. And even when he comes in on a rotation, like there's still other high usage guys that are going to be funneling the ball, like Josh Jackson. So I'm not too high on him. If I get there, I'm not going to be upset. But he might be a fairly under-owned value play tonight.
So bottom of the barrel bargain bin type guys here. Where are you going with some of these guys under 3,000? Who's your favorite?
Don't mind Isaiah Stewart. He's going to get minutes, and especially in a blowout with fucking Mason Plumlee, who could potentially be in foul trouble. You have Jeremy Grant in a blowout is probably going to get his minutes cut back. I just think he has an opportunity to get in and play some time. And if I remember correctly, I don't think Montrezl Harrell is too big on defense, so he'll come in the second rotation. He doesn't start, right? That's Marc Gasol. So I think you might be able to get some decent output out of him. Other than that, again, I'm looking at Svi, and then I have some interest in Sekou Doumbouya. He could end up getting some run. He's another one of those defensive stat guys, though, so he needs steals and blocks to kind of pay off, but. Again, you can't necessarily rule any of these guys out. The Detroit Pistons don't have much depth. It's probably going to be a blowout. So I expect kind of the minutes upside for these guys who are old and kind of questionable just on both sides of the ball to be very limited. So I think there's value tonight.
Would your advice be to really spread yourself out with these Detroit guys, minus your Jeremy Grants, your Wrights, your Plumlees, maybe a little bit of Griffin, maybe Josh Jackson? Would you spread yourself out like with the Stewarts and the Svis and not get too over the field on them because we just don't know what's going to happen?
Yeah, but I mean, I still want exposure to those guys, like exactly like you said. Right?
You're not going all in on any of these guys, these low end guys. We don't know what the fuck they're going to do. We don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. I mean, and I think you kind of want to have a couple different rotations for different various game strips that you think are going to pop up here. So I think that's what we got to keep in mind the most.
All right, before we move on here, guys, Ellie, I have a feeling that one of these bench Lakers guys is going to break the slate, right? If you had to name one dude like Harrell, Schroeder, KCP, like THT, who do you think can break the slate here off the bench?
I think it's between Kuz and THT. I think THT outside LeBron, AD, Grant. Who would you play in cash? I mean, probably Plumlee in the next highest price guy I can get.
It's hard. It's hard, man. Like I'm not gonna say if you're not comfortable, withdraw. But if you're not comfortable, withdraw. Because it's just gonna be tough, man. Anything can happen tonight, and any random players can absolutely crush. So to me, I'm not playing any cash tonight. That's just me personally, because I just don't. To me, I don't feel comfortable. Yeah,
it feels like a high variance slate, which is kind of more beneficial for GPP.
And showdowns are already high variance, so I already kind of like stay away from doing a lot of high dollar cash entries. So this is even worse. I'm not excited about that at all.
But yeah, man, I like Kyle Kuzma. I definitely think he has an opportunity. Again, this all supports my game script that AD is probably not getting the same minutes that we're used to seeing from him, okay? So that's what's impacting my decision-making for most of the slate, and that's the game script that I'm going to be building for. So take that into account. If you think AD is a great play, that probably is a downgrade to guys like THT and Kuzma. That means you might want to have a little bit of KCP. Just something to keep in mind.
All right, guys, we're gonna get to the giveaway here in just 1 second. Ellie, let me throw it over to you while I prep the Excel sheet. Basically, the way we're doing it is we're taking all the entries that we received, we're going to pop it into the wheel, and we're going to do it live. So while I'm setting that up, Ellie, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Thrive Fantasy.
Yeah, man. With Thrive, you can eliminate the countless hours of research and focus on only the top-tier athletes that have the biggest impact on the game. Choose 10 out of the 20 available player props to build your lineup. Each prop is assigned a fantasy value for both the over and the under based on how likely it is to hit. Hit the most props and rack up the most points to win a share of the prize pool. Thrive is a free $1,000 contest and over $30,000 in guaranteed prizes for the big game. So come prop up on Thrive Fantasy for the big game. Use promo code EDGEDFS when you sign up today, and you will receive an instant match up to $50 on your first deposit. Download Thrive Fantasy on the App Store or Play Store by visiting their website, www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today.
I think there's gonna be some overlay on Thrive. So I think right now there was like $15,000 worth of overlay out of their, they're at like not even half full. So if you guys want to, if you want to have a good opportunity to win some money on Sunday for this game, check them out for sure.
All right. And with that overlay, man, it's definitely nice too, because these massive fucking contests on DraftKings and FanDuel for tomorrow.
Yes,
they're massive. So you might have some better opportunities to cash it without being in a fucking massive contest on.
You're avoiding the sharks. Everyone wants to play on DraftKings. All right. So here's my list. Right, these are all the people who successfully entered and qualified. We've got 131 of you guys. First of all, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate the support. We really appreciate all of the followers, all the likes. It really helps us out. We really appreciate it. I'm going over to the wheel of names here, and I'm going to paste. Boom. Pasted. Then now you guys are going to watch me shuffle, right? All right, we're shuffling it up. All right, guys. Everybody ready for this? We're going to do it live. Good luck. Whoever wins gets this Devin Booker. I'll gift it to you. If you message me on Twitter as soon as the show ends and send me your Top Shot username. That's important. I need to know your Top Shot username. So send that to me, and I will gift this to you. I'll send this as a gift. I'm seeing this go for like $350 right now. Maybe it went up. Maybe it went down. Anyways, let's do it. Ready, Ellie?
Let's do it, man. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. Mark Paul 39. Raise your hand if you're here. If not, Mark Paul 39. Hopefully you'll hit me up on Twitter. It's not a requirement to tune into this, so I'll actually hit him up if he doesn't hit me up soon. Anyways, Mark Paul 39. Congrats, Ellie. Look him up. He's a real human, right?
Yes, he is. His name, obviously that's his Twitter handle, is Top Shop Simp.
There you go. All right. Mark Paul, thanks for that, man. Hit me up. Let me know what your username is on Top Shot, and I'll send you the gift ASAP. All right. So now that that's over with, Ellie, let's actually let's talk about our captains here, right? Let's do our captain segment. This isn't going to be too big a surprise, I don't think, but let's hit it. Break it down. That's the wrong button.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Wow, we're going out on a limb here. LeBron James.
Do we need to talk about this?
I don't think so. Sorry if you guys didn't get the Cool Cats giveaways. Look, stick with us, guys. We're going to be doing plenty of giveaways with Top Shot. I've got plenty of great moments just sitting there. Not that I can actually withdraw money anyways, so I might as well just give them away to you guys. So hang out with us. Keep chilling with us for a little bit. Maybe we'll give something away next week. Just stay tuned. So LeBron James, what path does this game have to go down that he does not end up the optimal captain? Does AD have to take over, or does this game just get out of hand and he's sort of not the guy anymore?
I mean, I think the only way he's not the top captain is if he's a late scratch. To be honest, I don't know. Like this could easily be a fucking triple double, like in the first quarter, and then like he doesn't play the rest of the game, but he's still the opto captain. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, dude. Yeah. I think I definitely think there's a road in which AD gets there. He's obviously one of the best players in the NBA, so just don't forget about him. But I think I preached this whole show what my narrative is for tonight's game, what game script I'm planning for. That questionable tag, that downgrade hurt me in my heart. Yeah. And I'm just hoping it kind of takes some ownership away from LeBron.
I just have a feeling that tonight the optimal captain is going to be some asshole. Is this true? Blake Griffin's out? Is that really true? You guys seeing that somewhere? Are we?
Wayne Ellington is out. Blake Griffin is out.
Oh my dude, this is almost as bad as the game we did where I got canceled 5 minutes before lock.
I want to say something though. I did say that he was too fucking old for this shit. So why would they play him? Like, I mean, granted, I think you can say that for about most of this game, but so look, I think you have some interesting plays. Right. Do you actually have the spreadsheet back up? Let's look at that shit real quick.
Yeah. All right. Let's fuck our lineup build for now because I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do about this. Oh boy. I would highly suggest you guys jump into your apps and do a mass. I mean, who do we pivot to? Bro, this is effed. This is messed up.
Sekou. I think he's in an interesting spot. Sekou Doumbouya. I mean, he's going to start. I mean, he's obviously starting at the 4 now. I don't know, dude. I think he gets a slight boost, man. Like I don't know if you necessarily need to play a guy like Zvi Mikhailiuk anymore.
Oh boy. All right. I'm just going to do a mass substitution. I mean, that's all I can do. We've got 12 minutes. Okay, here's the starting lineup. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate this, man. Wright, Bay, Grant, to whatever the fuck that guy's name is, and Plumlee. All right, so let's get Griffin out. I wonder what the line on this now is.
They're just gonna cancel the game. Like, we're gonna
minus 2,000. Okay, so if I'm gonna mass substitute, who do I want to go with here? Oh wait, you know what? I gotta make sure I'm on. This is tough. Yeah, Chris, that's tough. Yeah, it really is. Coming.
You wanna flip over to me? I think I'm good now. You can we can start building on my end.
You fuck around on your end. I gotta switch some shit out. Of course, I did 61 lineups tonight.
Oh, you know what? Isaiah Stewart, guys.
Isaiah Stewart?
I think he becomes a little bit more interesting of a play. I wonder if he can play 5. Is he a massive guy or is he a stretch 5? All right, let's see. We got what? 11 minutes. Let's find out.
I mean, I haven't gotten. He's officially out or he's not starting? I mean, or is that the same thing? He's out? Okay, I just haven't seen it anywhere. So Blake. Wait, what did you say, Stewart?
Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, he's a center, 6'8", 250. Maybe he's not playing stretch. I don't know, but I don't mind him at 2,800. So let's see.
From Blake to dumbass, whatever that guy's name is, Dumas.
Sekou. Wait, no, Dumas.
No, I don't. I just don't want to say his damn name.
So this is the optimal right now. LeBron, Mikhailiuk, Stewart, Griffin. What, dude? You haven't even fucking updated? All right, so obviously Griffin's not in.
One Griffin at captain. Okay, I'm gonna change that.
Okay.
Doing a live show for NBA. Wow.
So we did Montrezl Harrell and Sadiq Bey. I do not like this.
Let's do Sekou. You don't like it?
Let's do Sekou, yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. I mean, you could basically just grab dice and just roll it because I just don't know. I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know how it's going to go down.
So let's get Jeremy Grant, Mason Plumlee.
There was a lot of weird news today, man. For the whole slate, there's a lot of weird ass news.
8,300. I don't know, man. I like this lineup. LeBron, THT, Sekou, Jeremy Grant, Plumlee, DeLon Wright. Is that what I have? Oh, what if we come off Sekou? Yeah. This is actually one I have. And go Isaiah Stewart. I don't mind this. LeBron, THT, Stewart, Grant, Plumlee, DeLon Wright. If you're uncomfortable with that, I actually don't mind throwing in Josh Jackson either.
8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes. What the fuck are we talking about?
So I got Isaiah Stewart already. Who do I want to go to? Dude, you can build with AD and the shit is still easy. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
I know. I don't think there's absolutely no reason to not play just LeBron and AD. Just do it. I mean, even if AD plays one quarter, he's probably going to be in the optimal at this point.
Let's see. I'm still fading, man.
Oh, well, that is a choice. I will say that.
All right. So let's put AD back in so that I don't waste our users' money or our viewers' money.
Let us know in the chat if you guys want to see anything. If you're seeing anything in your research that we should point out, we're all ears at this point. This is now a community build. They say Plumlee for the win. Hell yeah! Actually, that's a great. Plumlee at captain might be a pretty interesting option tonight. Now that we're seeing Griffin out.
Okay, but what about this lineup? I'm gonna enter this one real quick.
LeBron, AD, Grant, Svi, Josh Jackson, Stewart. Can you put Plumlee in this lineup, or do you have to pull?
You'd have to choose either like Grant or we'd have to go down somewhere else.
Hey Chris, we try to get a NBA Showdown game every night throughout the week or even on the weekend sometimes. It just depends on our work schedule, but most of the time we're able to do this. And we have plenty of Super Bowl content for the Showdown slate, so check out our YouTube channel. Check out some of those videos. We did one a couple days ago. So yeah, check us out there. Jordan, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Jordan. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Thank you for following us. Really appreciate it. We're a growing channel, so we're trying to get the eyes on our channel. We appreciate it. All right,
so
Ellie,
do you want to do a Plumlee captain?
Do a Plumlee captain, man. We got 6 minutes. We can fuck around with some Plumlee captain.
Just press optimize. It's not even worth doing anything else in this one.
THT, I like that.
THT, Jeremy Grant, V, AD, LeBron. I don't hate it, man.
So let's do this. Let's get really crazy. Get rid of AD. No, keep Plumlee. Get rid of AD and just go down to somebody. Go down to somebody else. And just leave 8,000 on the table, or something. Do something weird. Go to Schroeder. Leave a couple thousand on the table. Now, I don't know that Plumlee at the captain is the right way to, the right lineup to leave a ton at on the table. But my point is, I don't think you have to be scared of leaving a couple thousand tonight. There's just so much value. There's so much variance in what the outcomes.
Oh, it's not.
I should be updated. Let me just confirm here.
Yeah, actually, let me redo this. See if
everybody just make sure we got 5 minutes. Just make sure you don't have any Griffin. Make sure you don't have any Ellington. Make sure you don't have any of these dudes that are ruled out. Oh, thanks, Roto Grinders. Blake Griffin left. Thanks.
Bro, I think they fix their fucking projections.
Jesus, the people running Top Shot must also be running the notifications for Roto Grinders. Which, by the way, that legendary pack drop today was. I'm not one to complain about this kind of stuff, but man, that was rough. That was brutal. I mean, I get it's beta, but man. All right, I don't have any of those guys, so we're good. We're good.
All right.
All right. So let's do a Jeremy Grant captain.
We should probably do an AD captain too, huh?
Yeah. Say wants to see a THT captain here.
Okay.
Real quick. Let's do it. Let's give the people what they want.
THT.
Braun AD. I actually like this one. This is nice.
Yeah.
So Braun AD, Grant, Plumlee, and Bay. So get rid of Stewart and put in Bay. Yeah, or you can go. Who did you have in there, Stewart? You can go either or. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I honestly think this is a perfect opportunity for a weird ass captain. If you want to put THT, if you want to put any of these random guys in a few, now don't get too crazy with it. You got to think some of these lower end guys are going to be 5% owning the captain. You don't need to have 50% of them. Just go with 2 or 3 lineups each and see what you can get.
We got any
3
other?
minutes.
Is anyone
All right.
to build with?
All right, AD. Do your AD thing. Let's check that one out. Let's see what we got going on with AD.
Svi, Stewart, Harrell, LeBron, Jeremy. I don't know if I want Harrell. Let's come off of him. Let's see.
Stick with us a few more minutes, guys. We're going to look at ownership. We're going to try to figure out where the ownership is coming in. It's going to be all over the place, in my opinion. But once we hit lock, which is in 2 minutes-ish, we'll open up the app and start looking at ownership.
I don't hate this.
Wright, Zumboya, Grant, James, Svi. I actually love that. Is that a 2-4? Oh, shit. I got to enter this right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I love 2-4s, man. This is the way to do it. All right. 1 minute to lock, guys. Let's see if I can get this to load. Let's see if I can just enter any contest.
Yeah, bro. The next contest is $15.
A lot of qualifier. Oh, shit. Come on, bruh. Come on. A 222? No, I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, there's nothing left, man.
There's nothing left, dude. 15. Yeah, that one's all right. Well, if this one is the optimal tonight, that's bad luck. Bad luck for me. All right, Ellie. We're about to hit lock. Let's do one more fun little thing here. Say's AD at captain, Braun, THT, Grant, Bay, Stewart. It's similar to what we had. Let's look at ownership now. Let us know in your guys' tournaments. I'm trying to look at the largest fields and base the ownership off of that. Let us know what you're seeing in your tournaments here. Same with FanDuel, too. I know Chaz is usually playing on FanDuel. So if you're doing that tonight, Chaz, let us know what your ownership's looking like as well.
Bro, I'm gonna have to start looking at Super Draft more. That overlay is really. Did you see that post by Osmo?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the overlay is really looking like that, dude. I'm gonna fucking start playing that shit. That's crazy. And
apparently Yahoo has Showdown now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Here's the fucking stupid ass problem with that. Is they're not doing the 1.5 at captain. So you're gonna get way more dupes. Although, it is Yahoo, so maybe there's not as many but there's going to be more dupes, which is not ideal.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to check that out.
I don't know why they would use that. Like, oh yeah, let's emulate FanDuel. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let me pull up my biggest tournament here. This is the $1.20 max. There's 14,000 entries here, 14,800. Let's check out this ownership. LeBron James is 91%. He's 42% a captain. Wow, that's wow. Okay. 80 is 67% and only 17% at captain.
Mm-hmm.
That I wish I would have known that. Grant 62%, 11% at captain. Bay 28%. Dumboya is only 4%. Yeah, Chad. So Sekou 2.5. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, I think that's the guy that's going to be forgotten about. Dumboya I got him at 4%, and Sevilla is at 18. That's interesting. Let's look a little bit more here. Harrell 32%.
I
wonder how many dead
random lineups.
I wonder how many dead Blake Griffin lineups we have.
Is that something we can see? Like, let me see if I can get
I don't know. Can we? That's one thing I'm really not happy about. Like, I wish that there was an easier way to just view the overall ownership here. 62% MVP on FanDuel for LeBron. If I would have known that LeBron was 42% the captain, I would have probably flopped to AD as more of my captain exposure. Although, let me actually look at. I had to build so quick tonight. I didn't really get to actually analyze what I actually submitted, which is probably not good. I got a decent amount. I got 40% LeBron, 32% Davis in the captain. Jeremy Grant, 17% captain. Are you seeing any? Josh Jackson's at 24%. That's interesting. So amongst the Detroit players, there's a ton of everything's just spread out. If you could nail the Detroit players, I think you're going to be feeling pretty good tonight. So Ellie, can the Pistons keep this? Can the Pistons actually cover? Actually, I want to know. I want to know what the fucking line is now. Can we look at this real quick? It's got to be insane. It's still saying minus 14, but I feel like that's got to be wrong.
Basketball.
Can you do a live line? I haven't started yet, so maybe you can do in-game on the DraftKings app.
So it's minus 1667 still. I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, man. Can they cover? Can they cover?
14 and a half? I don't think so.
No?
Just,
what do you think? Can they cover this, guys? This is insane. This is crazy. I can't believe this is a late night hammer.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to
scheduling.
We don't have to worry about screwing up our cash lineups with the hammer tonight. I don't know that AD and Braun will be playing enough to fuck us for our main slate. Anyways, any words to send the audience out on besides
There's
don't watch
UFC on ESPN Plus. Go watch that. It's probably more interesting.
Donald, you faded AD. Look, man, I actually don't hate that. I really don't.
Hey, man, at least you love the show. Don't second guess that when if AD don't get mad at me, man. Please.
Well,
I'm with you. I faded AD as well.
Well, dude, I faded AD earlier, then I was like, I don't know.
It's hard to now. I mean, because that I understand. I understand the hesitancy there, but I stand by it. We put our money where our mouth is, right?
So we're going live tomorrow morning, Sunday morning for the Super Bowl. We're going to do another breakdown of that based on the injuries, based on any news. Tomorrow's going to be a big day for DFS. Check out the Thrive app. I'm telling you guys, there's going to be some overlay. There's going to be opportunity to win some easy money. And look, there's 10K to first in that big contest. But if you're not comfortable with that, throw in a couple bucks. They'll actually, if you deposit 25, a minimum of 25, they'll actually give you an entry. Is that right, Ellie?
Yeah.
The big tournament?
Yep.
So we're talking about 10K to first. the potential for getting that, your odds of getting that are way higher than if you entered on a DraftKings, any DraftKings tournament. So check them out. Use the promo code The Edge. It really helps us out, and also we want to see Thrive Fantasy grow as well. So check them out, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you won the Booker giveaway, hit me up on Twitter, and we'll do some more giveaways, guys. We're gonna do some more NBA Top Shot giveaways. So stay tuned with us. We really appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Thanks a lot, guys.
You